What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Kid Taj. This is another NBA news evaluation, my thoughts, reflection on what's going on in the NBA right now type videos. We are really close to the beginning of the season. We only have about 2 weeks left. Things are getting pretty exciting. So without further ado, let's get into this. Please, if you enjoy this shit, please smack that like button, comment a suggestion what you want to see, and subscribe. We have a lot to get to. I want to talk about a couple players today. You'll see out on the screen where you can find me talking about these players in the video. If you just want to skip to it, go ahead. Right now we're talking about Kevin Durant, the most relevant player on this list, and by a large margin, the most hated player on this list, and in fact, the most hated player in the NBA. Kevin Durant is, simply put, just getting so much negative attention. And I know that Kevin Durant isn't exactly the type of guy that handles all of that well in general. I mean, we have seen him literally complaining about negative criticism he gets. And that was all fine because he was a loved player in Oklahoma City who we had no reason not to like. I mean, Kevin Durant was a multiple-time scoring leader. He has been to the NBA Finals. He's won the MVP award. You know, he's had some comments here and there that haven't reflected well on him as a person, but overall, his slate's pretty clean. Now, all of that would change once he becomes the big, you know what, I could really go on a rant, but I want to keep this politically correct. Maybe that's not the best idea in terms of entertainment, but I just want to give my opinion on this without, not angering anyone, and I really don't. Maybe if I get bigger on YouTube, I will care less about angering people. But for right now, I'm just going to voice my opinion in a way that you guys can understand what I'm saying, but it's not too, vulgar. I'm pretty unhappy about what came about from Kevin Durant today. And Kevin Durant, it seems like everything is going great, right? I mean, they won two out of their three preseason games, and he had good games in the last two. He's been fitting in there, apparently. He likes it there. There hasn't been anything about talking about him being a coward or him being hated. He's gotten, until today or yesterday, whenever this was, I mean, no one was really talking about Kevin Durant in a negative obviously, hella people were shaming Kevin Durant, in terms of how, he's such a coward and no one's going to respect him, no respect for Kevin Durant. But it's not like he addressed it. He didn't come out and say something about his decision. But today, he talks about his decision. He says that, in fact, the Warriors collapsing in the finals led to him playing there. And that there probably wouldn't have been a Durant decision or move to Golden State if the Dubs had won the finals. I mean, what do you think of that? It makes sense, I guess, but you don't usually expect to hear that from the guy that did it. You might be like, you might think it's like, I like the Warriors and I want to play for the Warriors because of A and B and C. But no, Kevin Durant's going to come out and say, well, they lost in the finals and I thought I could help them win because I just want an easy ring because I'm not competitive, despite my tweet that I sent out in 2010 specifically addressing people like Kevin Durant. I mean, honestly, he does the exact same thing that he says he doesn't like when people do in the tweet. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's there. But come on. I mean, this is ridiculous. I'm not going to cite the article. I'm just going to say Kevin Durant absolutely said a bunch of things I don't like, saying, I'm glad that they lost. Wow, great team spirit, Kevin. No, you don't care about your team because loyalty just goes out the window with you. It's all about getting the ring, but you're happy they lost, so it wouldn't be as frowned upon for you to leave. And then, of course, he's like, I really want to play in Golden State. It's just so easy there. And it's like, he literally says, and I was like kid in a candy shop. I'd get wide open threes. I could just run up and down the court and get wide open layups. Like, what the fuck? So, okay, yeah, dude, great competition. We're not going to even play for a ring. We're just going to get easy, wide open threes. I just want the game to be easy. I just want it to be easy so I can win. Even though I'm a bona fide superstar player and I shouldn't need to join a super team in order to win. But, I'm weak and I can't win with my MVP caliber point guard and a pretty solid team around me, so I'm just going to go to this most stacked team that's ever been made. Great job. No, seriously, I can't stand this. This is awful. Fucking NBA would be so much better without this. Let's move on, though. I got some stuff to get to. Dwight Howard had a big game last night in his preseason debut for the Atlanta Hawks. He had 26 points on like 11 to 15 shooting. I watched the highlights, and let me tell you, it looks different. Now, Dwight Howard was talking about, all these perceptions about me are completely false. I'm not like what everyone thinks I am. I don't smile because I'm weak. I smile because I'm having fun, but I'm also playing at a really high level. All that BS that you hear every single year from Dwight Howard, that never holds any truth because he's still weak in the regular season usually. But he comes out playing for his hometown Atlanta Hawks, and he has a hell of a debut, and I don't know how much I can take out of this to be a reality of how good he is. He didn't look any more athletic. He was just converting opportunities. He even hit a mid-range bank shot in the first quarter. That's why I was like, whoa, like, chill. I don't want to see any more of those. That's crazy. Pretty cool, I guess, but, it's Dwight Howard. We don't really know what to expect from him right now. Maybe the same old, but, whatever. Chicago Bulls guard Dwyane Wade came out and said that the Chicago Bulls title hopes this year are, quote, unrealistic. Now, I'm a Bulls fan, and obviously this isn't exactly music to my ears, but Dwyane Wade is kind of been stating his opinion, and he's really not holding back at all. He's not sugarcoating anything. When he said LeBron can't pass Jordan, LeBron's his best friend. So, he wasn't sugarcoating that, okay? He was being completely honest. Wade's a veteran. He knows what he's talking about, and I guess he knows that it's better to just come out and say stuff instead of, I guess if he's a veteran. I don't know. I feel like if a young player said something like that, they'd get totally destroyed in the media, but Dwyane Wade is established, and we know who he is, so he's not going to get any criticism. I don't know. That's just how I think of it. But, yeah, I don't like to hear that. But, he said we got to take it day by day and focus on the playoffs first. But why don't you just say that and cut out the thing about the title hopes? Or you just say, it's not something we're thinking about right now, but it's the ultimate goal. Like, why can't you be more confident? Yeah, I'm not sure I like that totally. Next guy I'm talking about is D'Angelo Russell. And Russell, I actually put in my last video. If you haven't seen it, it's, I think, pretty well done. I talk about 10 future stars from the 2015 NBA draft, including D'Angelo Russell. Y'all should check that out. But D'Angelo Russell has been lighting up the preseason. Now, again, it's preseason. You can't put so much stock into preseason, in terms of it reflecting on how good the players really got, how much they improved. D'Angelo Russell, we obviously know, is very talented. He was the second overall pick in 2015. He's still showing his potential. He's not extremely experienced. Obviously, he only played one season in the NBA, but so far in the So far in the preseason, he's looking much better, and I definitely think that with more experience, this kid is going to grow. Yes, I said in my bold prediction he would put up something like 25 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, something like that in his prime in the NBA. Bold prediction from me. But hey, D'Angelo Russell, he's got the talent to do it. He just got to keep that work ethic strong. And it could definitely happen for sure. He really take over that LA franchise. And if he doesn't, go to another team and start building around him over there. Last topic I'm going to talk about is someone that I probably should have talked about a while ago. This is the situation that's very unfortunate with Chris Bosh. Bosh, as you should all know, he actually failed his physical for the Miami Heat, so I guess he was cut from the team. And a lot of people are saying, well, he's done with basketball. And if you don't know why he failed the physical, well, it's because of the reoccurring blood clot situation in his lungs that have just been really deteriorating his career. Honestly, it's just not what you want to. It's bad. It's really one of the worst things that could happen to someone that's of status of Chris Bosh. But Chris Bosh has been handling it well, it seems. But he really wants to get back on the court, and this is cool because it's pretty risky. It seems like he was not cleared. He did not pass his physical, but he wants to play basketball again, and he's looking to make a comeback. I hope that he does, as long as he stays healthy. I don't want to see Chris Bosh in the NBA. I don't want to be worried if he falls down and to think that he's dying or something like that, because that shit really would be terrible. Honestly, I really hope that he's making the best decision for himself, his family, and everyone around him. So that's gonna wrap up this news video. I talked about a couple things. Maybe we can do this more often if this gets some more attention. You never know. YouTube is very unpredictable, but yeah, I'm gonna keep doing my thing over here. Please like the shit up, sub if you're new, comment if you have an idea. Please, it helps so much. I'm writing all these down so I have ideas for the future videos I could do. I'm out. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.